I hope everybody had a great start off to the month of August. I'm student meteorologist Liam Kenny. Our weather over the past couple of weeks has been flat out crazy. We had two very intense heat waves that brought our temperatures well into the 90s, if not the triple digits. And then once that heat wave subsided earlier this week, it resulted in an extremely active week of thunderstorms. And these weren't just your typical summertime thunderstorms that we get here a lot of times. These were very intense thunderstorms that produced extremely heavy rain, and the lightning that they had produced has just been absolutely insane. All of last month, from July 1st through July 31st yesterday, the state of South Carolina saw a total of 235,831 lightning strikes, the majority of them occurring this past week. Just insane. Now, if you live in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, which I know a lot of my viewers do, you know that earlier today we had another extremely intense thunderstorm that formed right along the sea breeze. It erupted along the sea breeze, if I may say, and it produced another day of constant lightning. It was like every 3 to 4 seconds it was lightning. As of 8 p.m., you want to take a guess of how many lightning strikes have been reported in the Palmetto State? Give you a few seconds to think about it. I'm standing in front of the number on my graphic right here. Give you about another 1 to 2 seconds. Look at this number, ladies and gentlemen. 22,172 lightning strikes have been reported in the state of South Carolina as of 8 p.m. Friday evening, the majority of them occurring in the heart of our city. That massive thunderstorm that blew up earlier, that was the main reason that this number is so high. I mean, that pink area, that's right over Carolina Forest, Socastee, Forest Brook, Myrtle Beach. That thunderstorm was absolutely electric. As it moved further southward, it brought very heavy rain and also a lot of lightning to Georgetown. We had a lot of thunderstorms forming across the central western PD, across the upstate near Rock Hill, across the Midlands near the Columbia metro area. However you put it, today, this week, extremely active with lightning galore, and it's not even done yet. All this is being produced by a cold front moving through, and as I'm recording this video, we're still looking at a lot of thunderstorms impacting our state, and they're only going to continue as we head into the evening hours and eventually into the overnight hours of tomorrow as well. And that's a great segue into our weather pattern as we head into this weekend. The same cold front that is bringing us all the thunderstorms today is going to turn into a stall frontal boundary that is located to our south, and that is going to bring much cooler weather into our area, a much needed refresher after multiple very hot and humid weeks of temperatures in the 90s, if not the lower 100s. As far as rain chances goes, the majority of the moisture is going to be kept to our south and be located right along this frontal boundary, so rain chances will be much lower than where they have been this week and where they have been today, but they're not going to be zero. Just how high are they going to be and how cool is it going to get for your day tomorrow and for your Sunday? I'll tell you coming up in just a few seconds. At Honest Roofers, they believe in top-notch customer service and honesty and show up to each home site on time. Unlike typical builder-grade shingles that last around 15 years, Honest Roofers shingles last between 20 and 25 years. They do shingle re-roofs, EPDM, and repairs of sloped and flat roofs. We finally have some much needed cooler summertime air moving into our area as we head into your upcoming weekend. No 90s, no 100s, no heat indices well over 100, no heat advisories, no heat warnings, none of that this weekend. Highs only climbing into the lower to mid 80s. Temperatures for your Saturday starting out in the mid to upper 70s. Again, highs climbing into the low to mid 80s. And then gradually as we head deeper into your evening, the sun will head back down the horizon and temperatures will be falling back into the upper 70s to around 80. And it's the exact same thing for your Sunday. Temperatures starting out in the lower to mid 70s. We warm up into the low to mid 80s. And then as that sun heads below back down the horizon, temperatures falling back into the upper 70s to around 80. No extreme heat, no major thunderstorms to worry about. A much needed refresher after multiple weeks of very hot and humid weather and a very active week this past week with thunderstorms galore. Now, as we head into your day tomorrow, we're still holding on to a chance for a few showers, maybe a thunderstorm, but it will definitely not be as widespread as we saw today. For your morning time tomorrow, all the thunderstorms that we're seeing tonight should be well off the coast as we head into your morning, so no problems if you have any plans tomorrow morning. As we head towards your lunch hour, a couple of showers, maybe a rumble of thunder will be possible across our viewing area, but the majority of you will be staying rain-free. As we head into the afternoon, this particular model wants to show that sea breeze really getting going across the low country, maybe a good bit of thunderstorms possible across the southern and western half of our, across the southern and western half of our viewing area, but the majority of you will still be remaining rain-free. Only a very small chance of rain across the PD and along the border belt. That'll be the exact same case as we head throughout the rest of your afternoon. Again, most of you will be staying rain-free, but the further south and west you go, that's where your best chance of rain will be. And then gradually, as we head deeper into your evening, we'll lose the daytime heating, and whatever thunderstorms or showers are out there should be coming to an end. Last but not least, we are now in one of the most historically active months of the hurricane season, but even with that being said, the National Hurricane Center is not looking for anything to develop, and even looking at the Atlantic Basin, the MDR, which separates South America from Africa, the Intertropical Convergence Zone is looking very, very quiet. In case you're wondering what I just said, you have winds that are blowing out of the north, moving southward in the northern hemisphere, and you have winds that are blowing north in the southern hemisphere, and where they collide right along the equator, it's called the Intertropical Convergence Zone, or the ITCZ, because that's where all the convergence happens along the equator, and that's what we look for when looking for tropical waves. And looking at the ITCZ all the way into the Caribbean and even into the Gulf, nothing looks impressive. The National Hurricane Center is not eyeballing anything for development, and even our models are not even showing anything. So bottom line, over the next week, maybe hopefully even longer than that, there's nothing to worry about in the tropics. So very good news as far as the tropics go. Here's a look at your extended 10-day forecast, proudly brought to you by Hunter Plumbing Services. Beyond tomorrow's rain chance, our weather becomes very summer-like as we head over the next week and a half. The biggest change, a much needed refresher when talking about these temperatures. Only mid to upper 80s as we head into the late next week, lower to mid 80s this weekend, overnight lows falling into the 70s. And if you live further inland, you've been roasting recently in extremely hot temperatures. Look at this weekend, 83 degrees tomorrow and Sunday. How amazing is that? Overnight lows may even drop into the 60s overnight tomorrow night and Sunday night. I can't tell you the last time that happened. A much needed refresher of cooler air is moving in as we speak. I hope you all have a great weekend ahead.